Oh, Father, if you will, allow this cup to pass from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done.
I don't understand your ways. Oh, but I will give you my song, give you all of my praise. You hold on to all my pain. With it you are pulling me closer, pulling me into your ways. Now around every corner and up every mountain, I'm not looking for crowns or the water from fountains. I'm desperate in seeking, frantic believing at the sight of your face. It's all that I'm needing. I will say to you, it's gonna be worth it. Gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it all. I believe this. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it all. I don't understand
Stiff-necked and uncircumcised in your heart and ears. You didn't always resist the Holy Spirit, just as your fathers did. So do you!
I give you all of my praise. You hold on to all my pain.
I see Jesus!
And with it you are pulling me closer, pulling me into your ways. Now around every corner and up every mountain, I'm not looking for crowns or the water from fountains. I'm desperate in seeking, and I'm frantic believing at the sight of your face. It's all that I'm needing. I will say to you that it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it all. I believe it. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it all. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it all. I believe all my pain. It's gonna be worth it. All my joy. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it all. Around every corner and up every mountain, I'm not looking for crowns anymore or the water from fountains. I'm desperate in seeking, Lord, I'm frantic believing at the sight of your face. It's all I'm needing. You are all I'm needing, Lord. You're all I'm needing. I will lift my voice to you and say, you're gonna be worth it. You're gonna be worth it. You're gonna be worth it all. I believe this. You're gonna be worth it. You're gonna be worth it. You're gonna be worth it all. I know.
These heroes that we read about, that we put out of sight and out of mind as something distant and heroic and greater than us. These passages of scriptures are trying to tell us, don't you understand that history is pointing to you? And these heroes were not serving themselves, but you. What did they do on the earth by the power of God, by the supernatural? How did they manifest heaven? How do they manifest the personality of God? How do they show the world what it looks like to have a man or a people filled and clothed with God? They conquered kingdoms, performed acts of righteousness, obtained promises, shut the mouths of lions, quenched the power of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, for weakness were made strong, became mighty in war, put foreign armies to flight. Women received their dead back by resurrection, and others were tortured, not accepting their release, so that they might obtain a better resurrection. And others experienced mockings and scourgings. They were chained, they were imprisoned, they were stoned, they were sawn in two, they were tempted, they were put to death with the sword. They went about in sheepskin and goatskin, being destitute, afflicted, ill-treated. People of whom the world was not worthy, wandering in deserts, mountains, and caves, hiding in the ground. What is it about these people that they can say the world was not worthy of these people and they're dead? The world was not worthy of people who do not exist anymore. What is it that he is trying to say about them? All these, having gained approval through their faith, did not receive what was promised, because God had provided something better for us, so that apart from us, they would not be made perfect. They were too good for the world, and they weren't even the end of what God was trying to do through them. They were too good for the world, but they weren't the best. In fact, they were waiting for some generation, some time, to finish what they started. So here's the picture of Jesus Christ, standing as the pioneer of us all. No matter where you place him in time, he is the pioneer of what it is to be a man of God on the earth. He came, he lived as this great man of faith, the perfect manifestation of what it means to be a person of God without flaw. He came, lived that way, and then surprised everybody. He left. And now, just like the prophets that were all behind him, he left apostles in generation after generation after generation. And they were building to one final generation that would be the mystery of the gospel. And they're all standing there. They're all standing there looking at you. They've been playing for 3.5 quarters, and they're putting in the last punch. They're saying, if you don't do it, what we did was in vain. So Jesus is standing there at the beginning of a company, and behind him, there's a band of people that stretches all throughout history. He stands at the beginning of it like a pyramid on the ground, and the rest of them just span all the way out. And they're just standing there, all facing the same direction. They're facing one generation. They're facing one generation. They're facing one generation. What is the mystery of the gospel? What is the letter X that they're looking at? What is the letter X that would finally show the world after all these years, from the beginning when Adam fell and faith began? From the very beginning, what is the mystery of the gospel that will finally be revealed? What is is the generation letter X that all these prophets and apostles and Jesus himself was looking at to find out what it's going to be? Friend, it is you. You are that generation. You are the mystery of the gospel, the expression of the people of God, always intended but never manifested. And now is the time. You are the mystery of the gospel.